Hi friends, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for coming back if you've been here before. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading, and this is the winner of the poll this week. And we are doing a big blessing coming your way in 2025. So this is going to be focused on just what blessing, what is going to go your way, what is being gifted to you in 2025. So we have three options today. Option number one is the Magician card from the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. Option number two is the Magician card from the Light Seers Tarot deck. And option number three is the Magician with Hecate from the Mythos Tarot deck. So pause the video if you need to. Ask yourself, angels, guides, higher self, whoever it is that you work with, which pile or piles have a message for you, and let's talk about what this reading is going to cover. For this reading, we are going to be looking at your energy in 2025. So who are you? What's going on in 2025 for you? That's how we're going to kick off the reading. Then we're going to look at just the lessons that you're taking into 2025 from 2024, and anything prior to 2025, what you're bringing into 2025 as far as lessons. We are going to be looking at the biggest blessing coming for you in 2025. So this is really going to be like this, just what does the universe have in store for you? What's the surprise in a good way? We're looking for a good surprise. Then we're going to look at how can you meet the universe halfway, meaning what can you do to manifest this blessing, to help things along. Then we're moving into what must be surrendered, right? What are you releasing in 2025? What are you letting go of? What no longer has space in your life in 2025? And we're going to look at self-care that you can practice. We are going to look at what your keywords are for 2025, so the words that you can use, affirmations you can use, and then we're going to just close the messages out with just anything else that you need to know. So if this sounds like a reading that you want to listen to, let's get started. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Wild Reflections Magician card. And this is a new deck for me, but I am in love with it. So we are going to place this right over here. As a reminder, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, with general readings, not everything is meant to make sense. So again, only take what does resonate for you. I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning, and this is going to be a very thick reading. Look at how many cards we have. So, I said thick reading. This is going to be a very long reading probably. So check that out. See if this reading is in alignment with what you are looking for. And if it is, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get started. So we are going to be looking at who you are going to be in 2025, your energy showing up into 2025. Ooh, we have the sea serpent. Okay. We have the otter. A lot of blues, throat chakra for this group coming through already very strongly. The throat chakra, the emotional body, just your purpose and how you show up coming through very strongly. Let's see what else we have here. Passion, yeah. And then finally, we have grounded. Okay, love this for you. So for this portion of the reading, this should resonate with you somewhat, even though this is what your energy is going to be for 2025. I mean, we are at the end of 2024, so this should sound like you. If it does not, this may not be your pile. But let's talk about it. Pile number one. You have the sea serpent, which is represented by spirit in this deck. So this deck has the four elements: air, earth, fire, water. And it also has the fifth element, which is like the just the spirit element. It doesn't represent any specific element. It kind of encompasses, I would say, a little bit of all of the elements. So for this group, we have water coming in very strongly with the otter, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. We do have a little bit of fire with this passion card, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have a little bit of earth with this grounded card, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That being said, we basically have every single sign, but if you don't resonate with those signs, you don't have to in order for the message to resonate. So 2025, pile number 1. You are in your healing era. 2025, you've done the work. 2025 is you showing up in a more playful energy. And one thing I want to say is, and I learned this recently about otters. Otters are very playful. They're very cute. They're all the things. But the otter is also F around and find out. Because an otter can do some damage. You don't want to mess with an otter. You don't want to try to take advantage of an otter. Even though they can be very playful, very cute, very happy animals, they're also very protective of self and of those that they love. And one thing in 2025 about your energy, pile number 1, is that you're going into 2025 very sure of yourself, very sure of who you are, and very sure of what it is that you want. I really think for my pile number 1s, you are approaching your 2025 year with just, this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to get it. There is a lot of just self-awareness, self-knowledge here for 2025 for my pile number 1s. And like I said, it's because you've been going through cycles, and I think that 2024 put some of my pile number 1s through the ringer. But I also think that 2024, you were able to close out some cycles. And 2025 is just a year of, again, I've done the healing, and this feels like emotional healing. This feels like I've done healing around some deep emotional wounds that were triggering me, that were affecting my path forward, that were not letting me live my best life, that were kind of getting in the way. And I think for my sea serpent, my otter person here, right, you, my pile number 1, there's been a level of release, of I am just letting go of the people, situations that are no longer in alignment for me. And for a while, I do think you were holding on. I do think you were trying to keep those things in your life out of a place of maybe fear. But I think that you've done a lot of work around guilt and shame, and around this is who I am, and that's okay. So self-acceptance here coming through as well. And that is creating a very almost magical energy for you in 2025. Because one thing that 2025 you is going to be able to do is express yourself. This is the year where you are able to really truly express yourself, what it is that you want, what it is that you need, and what it is that you don't want and don't need in your life. So you're going into 2025 with more confidence in self, feeling more secure within yourself. And I think 2025, throughout 2025, you will be mastering those skills and moving through those skills and kind of having chances to really put them into practice even more than you already have. But pile number 1, 2025 is a year where you are really seeking what is meaningful. You are seeking experiences, relationships that are meaningful. And you are grounding those experiences and relationships into your real life, into your day-to-day life. And anything that is not meaningful, you are not holding space for. There is a feeling of like the serpent, the snake spirit animal for my pile number 1s. And I almost wonder if some of you do have a snake as a spirit animal, or you've been working with the energy of the snake, because there's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of shedding of the old and making space for the new. And what you are embracing in 2025 is the expression of who you are today, who you are in that very moment, who you are in the present moment of whenever you are, whatever choices you are making. Because I think for my pile number ones, there was a level of an attachment to an old self or an old version of self that was keeping you very dissatisfied and very tied down. And this is where this lightheartedness, where this playful energy is coming from, because you have finally broken free from that. There was a cycle that you broke free from. And I will also say, with the sea serpent, to me, that looks like a third eye. To me, that is the energy of a third eye, and that is your third eye has opened. Again, more self-awareness, more authenticity from my pile number ones. And 2025 is a year of passion. 2025 is a year of exploration for my pile number ones. But it's also the year where you ground certain new realities into your life. It's like, this is the new version of me, and I'm going to ground this into reality. I am going to bring this into my world and really just like ground it into my life in a way that is tangible and not in a way that it's just abstract. Like, this feels very tangible. And I think that 2025 is also a year where you are experiencing more connection with soulmates and more connections with people that love you and that you love them. And again, a lot of joy here for 2025 for you. A lot of just playful energy, a lot of having fun, a lot of, I would also say just exploration of, yeah, I like this. No, I don't like this. Yeah, I'm going to kind of do a little bit more exploring around this. No, I think I'm good. I think I know that this isn't for me. So 2025 could be a year of new hobbies, new relationships, new projects. Like, it just feels like you're very open, very much exploring. And I also think that 2025 is the year for my pile number ones, where your social life may kind of take a little bit of a front seat, meaning that you are more willing to go out, you are more willing to explore, you are more willing to connect, to build new relationships, new friendships. And for some of you, it is going to be like romantic energy coming in. And there's a lot of like milestones that are available in 2025 for you. For some of you, like party, there's a dance, there's like something, like a lot of body movement coming through as well. This is so far very, very good energy for you, pile number one. But let's talk about the lessons that you're taking into 2025. So what are the lessons that you have learned that you are taking into 2025? We have the Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, yeah. Queen of Pentacles, okay. And then we have Ace of Wands, yep. So throughout, leading into 2025, and this could have been like a few years back, these lessons started for you, because I do think for some of you there's a longer cycle here than a year. But the lessons that you are taking into 2025 have to do with clarity. You have reached a level of clarity on what it is that you want to experience more of. And I think there's also a level of clarity as far as I can trust myself. I can give myself the permission to choose what I think is right for me. I no longer need to ask for permission from someone else. I no longer need someone else to even approve of my choices. I don't have to feel like I question myself. And this doesn't even have to do about another person. Like, maybe it's, instead of I don't need permission from someone else, I don't have to doubt myself, right? Maybe there is no third party that's trying to tell you what you can and cannot do, but it's more of, when it's time to make a choice, you doubt yourself. I almost wonder if somebody here has like a Libra rising, because I know Libra rising can be a little bit of just a lot of self-doubt that comes up with that. And that's the energy that's coming through. It's like, I've learned that ultimately this is my life, this is my journey. I get to make the choices and I get to choose what is right for me. You are also going into 2025 with a sense of security, a sense of confidence, and a sense of self-worth that is going to help you start new projects. And I almost wonder if some of you had like a very real, tangible moment of, I can't do this anymore. This isn't how I'm going to live my life anymore. This is what I want instead. Because we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have this Ace of Wands here. And this to me feels like there was a very clear changing point where maybe something didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Maybe you just grew tired of doing things a certain way. But this feels like a very specific point, a very specific realization of, you know what? I'm sick and tired of doing things this way. And the realization that at the end of the day, I get to choose what's right for me. At the end of the day, this is my life, my journey. And whatever I live through, whatever I move through, is it's all about me and being responsible for myself, right? Knowing that I am going to have to face consequences and for my choices, but also knowing that there's power in that. There's the power in I get to figure out what's right for me. And there's power in realizing that no one knows what the heck they're doing most of the time. And we're all just trying to figure it out day by day. But there is a boost in confidence that you're moving into 2025 with that came through not only in your 2025 self, but in the lessons that you're taking into 2025. I also think for some of you, there was a lesson around your ability to take care of yourself, your ability to create abundance. And I do feel for most of you, this probably is like financially, like something tangible, something material, but there's more confidence. If you started a project in 2024, that project is going to take off in 2025, especially for those of you that may have started like your own business or a new job or some sort of new venture, especially if it was a creative venture. 2025 is definitely bringing in some success to that as well. But a lot of what you've learned and a lot of those lessons that you're taking forward is the realization of how much autonomy and power you have and how you can use and invest your power into the things that you want, and how you can choose to close the door on the things that no longer serve you. And I will say for this pile, it does feel like my pile number ones are really looking forward to the next year. Like there's a level of excitement, there's a level of hope, optimism, like I think good things are going to happen. Like I don't feel like this is a pile where it's like you're stuck on the past. It's like you've dealt with that and now you're focused on the future and on what could be, what's coming, all of those things. Let's talk about the big blessing, right? What is this big blessing being sent for my pile number ones in, 2025? We have the Empress. We are already, Judgment. Okay. 2025 is going to be a big year for you guys. 5 of Wands and Page of Pentacles. Okay. First and foremost, you are breaking free. Pile number one, you are breaking free, especially those of you that, and I kind of hit on this a few minutes ago when I said some of you may be looking for approval, or you may have a third party that tries to tell you what is right for you. And that third party can be like a family member, a friend, a loved one. It could be society itself. It could be whatever it is. 2025, you have a few big blessings. First and foremost, you are no longer comparing yourself, your journey, and your progress to other people. You are breaking free. This is my pile number one, realizing that you don't have to care what other people think, what other people's opinions are of you. There is freedom here, and that freedom is from caring what other people think, how you are perceived, or even for some of you, this is more of you comparing yourself and where you are at to maybe more of a general population. And what do I mean by that? That could be like, oh my God, at my age, maybe I should be X, Y, and Z because all of the people around me are already there. You don't care. 2025, you are releasing yourself from caring. Imposter syndrome, if you deal with imposter syndrome where you compare yourself and what other people are doing, and I offer this thing but 20 other people offer it too and they may be better at it than I am, that's being cut out in 2025 for you as well. Pile number 1, freedom, mental freedom, emotional freedom. You are not going to be focused on other people. You are going to be focused within. You are going to be focused on yourself, your own improvement, your own journey. Love that for you, pile number 1. So also for my pile number 1s, a big blessing coming in is you are going to make improvements in your life. I don't feel this is just one area of your life. For my pile number 1s, it feels like if you are interested in like let's say you are interested in moving forward a project. For my pile number 1s, in 2025, you start to make progress. If you are interested in a relationship, you make progress. Now, I will say, for my pile number 1s, this isn't going to be like January 15th, everything is figured out, you get exactly what you want. It does feel like it's going to be a slower moving energy, especially with that Page of Pentacles being there, meaning you are going to make improvements, you are going to get to where you want to be, but it's going to be an unfoldment, it's going to take its time. But the thing is, you are growing, you are moving forward, you are evolving. You will see that in your physical life. And I think for a lot of my pile number 1s, 2024 and maybe even before that was a bit stagnant, where it was like, again, I'm moving forward, but it feels like I'm taking one step forward one day, and then I gotta wait 100 more days before I can take another step forward. Or I'm taking 2 steps forward, 3 back, that sort of energy. Where 2025, you are going to see tangible results of your efforts. You are going to see yourself moving forward, growing, evolving, and you're going to see progress being made in whatever your focus is. For some of you, it's going to be relationships. For others of you, it's going to be career, finances, projects. For others of you, it's going to be multiple areas of your life. And 2025, for my pile number 1s, there is a deeper understanding of self, which in itself is going to be a big blessing that is sent your way, because you are going to feel in alignment with your purpose, with your dharma, with your truth. I think for my pile number 1s, you've lived a life that at times you felt disconnected, where I'm going through the motions, I'm doing what I need to do, but I don't feel like I'm where I belong. Where in 2025, it does feel, for my pile number 1s especially, that you like reach a point where it's like my higher self and my earthly self, my 3D self and my 5D self are in alignment. We are moving, and I feel I'm filled with purpose as I move forward. There is also a lot of self-confidence, self-worth in 2025 for my pile number 1s. And I think that is the biggest blessing, because that is what is going to allow you to move forward with more confidence. That is what is going to allow you to really be more willing to take the chances, more willing to take the risk, and more willing to grow and expand and evolve. So for this group, it's like your essence is the big blessing. The boost in your self-confidence, self-worth is going to kind of spill out into other areas of your life. But there is a lot of abundance. And again, for some of you, it's going to show up like financially, especially if you have been struggling financially. It's going to show up where you are going to see actual changes in your bank account, actual changes in your career, in your job, in your project. For those of you that are interested in a relationship, you see actual changes in the types of people that you're connecting with and the efforts that they are putting in. But the biggest blessing is the alignment that you are going to feel to your higher self, to your truth, to your purpose, where you feel like you are actually where you are meant to be. Beautiful energy, pile number 1. Let's take a look at how are you going to meet the universe halfway. And what do I mean by that? So yeah, these blessings are coming in, but what can you do? Especially because for this pile, I don't think it's going to be overnight. Like, it feels like it's going to be small steps. What can you do to help this along? The Fool. Yes, I love that being here. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Wands. 7 of Wands. Okay. Pile number 1. First things first, we have the Fool. I actually love that there's a fox here. Be adaptable, right? The fox is standing out to me. Be adaptable. Be cunning. Cunning is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Sometimes that word has a connotation to it. Be cunning. Be adaptable. Be flexible. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to start new things. The biggest thing that you can do in 2025 to meet the universe halfway, to reach out and grab your blessing, is to follow your intuition. Pile number 1, you're very intuitive. You are very intuitive. You are very sensitive to energy. You are very plugged in, especially in 2025. It's like 2025, you have plugged into your higher self, and you just have to take the messages and act on them. So the universe is saying, meet me halfway by going on the adventure, by taking the opportunity, by starting that new thing. 2025 for my pile number 1s is not the year where you sit at home and hide. 2025 for my pile number 1s is not the year where you avoid taking chances. Be spontaneous, be adventurous. Now, obviously, we always want to be discerning, but be spontaneous, be adventurous. That is the first thing and the most important thing you can do in 2025 to meet the universe halfway. Do what you're called to do. Right? Do more of that. And then also for my pile number 1s, because we have the Knight of Wands here, get clear about what it is that you want. And I said this at the beginning of this reading. I think my pile number 1s, you know what this is. I think you have at the very least a very high level general idea of what it is that you want. But be ambitious. Be super clear about what it is that you want and work towards it. 2025, if you feel called to take a trip, this is not going to be for everyone, but this is coming through very clearly. If in 2025 you feel called to take a trip, to go on travel, go on an adventure, do it. Because I think that for my pile number 1s, there's an opportunity to find something during some sort of travel. But this is also speaking to passion. And we have passion here twice because the Knight of Wands really speaks to passion. This is about you pursuing what you have imagined for yourself and you manifesting it, but manifesting it from a place of action. You know, we can sit and wish upon a star. That's one way to manifest, but in that way, we have to wait for it to come in. For my pile number 1s, 2025 is the year where you dream it, imagine it, go out and create it. There's something about really leaving the comfort zone, really leaving your home, really exploring the world in 2025 that is coming through as very important. And there's a lot of fire energy for my pile number 1s. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, yes, represented. So you may have some transits that are some things transiting one of the fire signs. Some of you could have a north node in a fire sign that's going to be really activated. Some of you could have recently went through a Saturn return. But 2025 is all about meeting the challenges head on, right? Because we have the Seven of Wands here. And the Seven of Wands is all about protecting energy, being challenged and meeting that challenge head on. Understanding that you deserve success and going for that success. Bravely showing up and shining your light into the world. Not being afraid to be seen, not being afraid to be heard, not being afraid to express yourself. So you meet the universe halfway every single time you take a chance on yourself. Every single time you do something that you maybe even be a little bit afraid of doing or like a little bit hesitant to do. 2025 is the year where you take risk. Again, with discernment, but you are taking risk in 2025. Risk that are going to get you closer to your dreams and to what it is that you desire. And it's a year where it's going to require you to be very, very vulnerable, pile number one. And that vulnerability is going to feel very raw. It's going to feel very scary at first. But I think you've already been practicing this. But you're going to get more and more comfortable. For some of you, if you are a writer and you want to write a book, 2025 is a year where you make a lot of progress towards that. If you want to start like a blog or like content creation, 2025, there's a lot of improvement. There's a lot of forward movement in that. Is someone here trying to open like a coffee shop, a cafe, something like that? 2025, you're going to have success in that. Take those if it resonates. If it does not, leave it behind. All right, so let's see what must be surrendered, what we are letting go of in 2025 and moving into 2025. What did I say about this group? For some of you, there's people that like try to tell you what to do, or like they try to influence you, or you worry about how you're going to be received. No more, babe. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, speak your needs, and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Then we have surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And then we have surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So, pile number one. First things first, let's deal with this one because this one has been coming up for a bit. When it comes to people pleasing, it is normal. We're humans, right? We are aware of what other people think of us. It can get to us. This is not the time for that. 2025, again, be true to yourself. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to completely disregard loved ones. Sometimes we want advice, but that means that you are not going to live your life to the rhythm of somebody else's drum, right? You're not going to live your life how other people want you to live it. You're not going to make your choices based on how is this going to be perceived. You are not going to make your choices based on what will so-and-so think about this, whether it's a specific so-and-so or just culture, society in general. Then we move to effortlessness. 2025 is going to feel so much easier for my pile number ones because you are going to be in alignment. And also because I think you are coming out of a rough period where things were unnecessarily hard. So this, again, if you have to push too hard, sometimes the best thing that you're going to be able to do, especially in 2025, is take a step back. You know, instead of like, I'm in it, I'm just completely focused in it. Let me just take a little step back, give it a break and come back to it. Go with the flow. 2025 is the year where you surrender into the flow, where you flow with what is instead of fight against it. And I will say for my pile number ones, for many of you, you've been fighting against the currents. You've been flowing, swimming against the currents, and you are exhausted. And I think 2025 is going to feel a little bit weird because it's going to feel a little bit easy. And I am in no way saying you're not going to have challenges, because listen, with the state of the world, that would be absolutely ridiculous for me to say. But things are going to feel a little easier. And then we go into surrender obsessive thinking. Again, if you're very much in it, if you are overly focused in it, if you need to take a step back, learn to take a step back. What you are also being asked in 2025 is when you find yourself, and some of you could be like neurodivergent, when you find yourself completely over-focused, over-analyzing, just completely in whatever situation you're in, try to take a step back, because what you're going to find is it's easier to find solutions when we are able to kind of step back and fall back a bit from the intensity of the current situation. Let's take a look at self-care throughout 2025 that you are being encouraged to partake in. Build strength, massage, and burning bowl rituals. Okay, so let's start with building strength. That could be quite literally about building physical strength, about doing some sort of, maybe that looks like boxing, kickboxing, CrossFit, gym, anything, any workout type of thing. That type of building strength. It could be about building muscle. To me, this building strength card for my pile number ones means so much more than that. It's about continuing to build your inner strength, continuing to work out the muscles of trusting yourself, of doing what you need to do for yourself. And I think that also another important message for my pile number ones is, if you find yourself overthinking and if you find yourself kind of getting into that analysis paralysis, it's very, very important to ground yourself and be in your body, especially with the massage card being combined here with the build strength. I think one thing 2025 that self-care could be very helpful for my pile number ones is really connecting to the body and learning to ground into your body and to channel emotions and to channel energy into your body. That way, like, you can really let it out. So it could be as simple as like a walk, or learning to maybe take on, like, I don't know, yoga or like Pilates or CrossFit, whatever works for you. But it doesn't have to be complicated. Again, it could be as simple as like, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I'm going to get either a massage. I'm going to kind of give myself a massage. Maybe my loved one can give me a massage. Or this could be about me just going for a walk and me just letting it out, like circulating all that restless energy out, especially when you find yourself kind of caught in your head, in your mind, because I do see the third eye there. And to me, this building strength is about kind of grounding in. Then we have the burning bowl ritual, which is all about release, right? For some of you, maybe a bonfire is something that you can do on a regular basis. And if so, highly recommend it. But this is also, the burning bowl ritual is about what you are releasing and burning it and releasing it into the world. So for this group, having some form of, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to release this. I am going to free myself from this. And doing it in a way that's almost like a ritual or that is tangible can be very, very helpful in 2025. Let's look at your keywords. Let's look at these words that are going to be important for you in 2025. And you can use just the word, the affirmation. These are the important keywords. If you are the type of person that for the new year you pick words, these could be some to think about choosing. Transformation. I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me. That is the energy. That is what's happening for you. Transformation is one of your words. Peace. I breathe deeply, knowing that all is well in my universe. And finding that sense of peace, harmony, and feeling centered. Essence. In my essence, I am joy. And a lot of you, we have the judgment card there. A lot of you are going to be really connected to your higher self and to your true essence and to your purpose in 2025. Action. I step into my glorious future with determination and power. I really love this one for you guys because that's what the action was, right? When we said, how are you going to meet the universe halfway? It was all about action. It was all about you taking action and you really moving towards what it is that you want with determination and power. For some of you, the goddess Artemis could be a goddess that you work with or a goddess that calls out to you in 2025. All right. Let's get these two, and then this final card is like a little spell card, a little incantation that you can use throughout 2025. But let's see what we have here first. Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. And that's the vibe for 2025 for you. And I love that because I don't think that has always been the case for my pile number ones. And it feels like 2025, there's a level of just seeing more beauty in the world, in yourself, and in your surroundings that is going to be very, very beautiful for you. And then let's see what else we have here. Keep your thoughts positive. Yeah. Especially for you, pile number one, I think some of you do struggle with like overthinking, which, listen, 2024. Who's not overthinking? Who's not overanalyzing? Don't know her. I do it myself. So if you do, just sometimes it's good to even say, thank you for sharing. Yeah, thank you for sharing. I'm good. I'm going to replace that with a different thought. Or I'm not going to focus on that negative thought because I know that that's all it is. I know it's ego. I know it's fear. I'm not going to focus on it. And this doesn't mean to bypass, but this does mean see the glass as half full instead of half empty and make a conscious choice to do so because you are the co-creator, because you have autonomy, because you can. Let's see what your final message is. And we have one spell card. Let's see what this is. I'm excited. Ooh, creativity. Okay. By all above and all below, let me connect. Let creativity flow. Yeah. 2025 for my pile number ones. It's all about creativity. Your crown chakra, your throat chakra, and your root chakra are going to be quite active in 2025 because you are going to be envisioning, creating, grounding. And as a reminder, the throat chakra isn't just about speaking your truth. It's about stepping into your truth, living your truth, embracing your truth. But that is it. That's where we're going to end it. Pile number one. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know what you thought in this group to claim this. Let's claim this in this group. I am creative. In the comments, I am creative. 2025, I am creative. Comment in the comments below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for being here. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Seer's Magician card. So I'm going to place that right over there. As a reminder, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, with general readings, not every single thing is supposed to make sense, and that is okay, or not supposed to resonate, I guess I should say, and that is okay. So for this reading, I did do a reading breakdown. I highly, highly suggest you check that out so you know exactly what to expect, and you know if that's something that is what you're looking for in a reading, because this is going to be a little bit of a longer one. So we are going to start the reading by looking at your energy in 2025, like who you are, what you are going to be embodying in 2025. So, this should sound like you. This should make sense. If it doesn't, try choosing a different pile, or it could just be that there's no message for you in this specific reading. But let's get started. Oh, wisdom. Okay, we have the owl for my pile number 2s. We have the fox. There is a fox that has been hanging around outside, and I am just in love. So glad to see the fox energy there. We have beauty, and then we have intuition. Okay, so first of all, I'm not surprised to see intuition with the owl being here. So for 2025, pile number 2, what is the energy that you are embodying? 2025 for my pile number 2s. Actually, before I do any of that, let's talk about the signs that I am seeing here. I know some of you love that. So the owl is air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The fox is earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I would say the beauty card is definitely giving me like Venus energy, so Taurus, Libra energy, but mainly the earth signs as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And intuition is bringing in a little bit of watery energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We did just about mention every single sign, but just giving extra confirmation if that's what you are looking for. So pile number 2. Your energy for 2025 is one of clairvoyance. And you have the fox and the owl here. And you could be someone who is very clairvoyant as it is. You could be someone who is very intuitively gifted, very spiritually gifted. You could be, again, clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, able to receive guidance information. You could be clairsentient as well, clear feeling. So you could receive guidance through feelings or through your third eye. There could be a level of claircognizance here as well, just clear knowing. You just seem to know things. You receive downloads of information that you just know information, and you can use it to the best of your ability or to make decisions for yourself. So pile number 2. 2025 is a time for you where you are truly connected to your spiritual gifts. This is really feeling like I am tuned in, I am plugged in, the guidance is flowing, the downloads are flowing, my third eye is open. And for you, pile number 2, I think that part of what you are going to really be experiencing more of in 2025 is way more security. And security can be many different things. It could be, abundance, physical abundance, where you have monetary abundance, where you have, where you're able to have your needs met. Security is also about feeling safe and secure within your own skin, within your own reality. And I think for my pile number 2s, there's like a mix of those things happening. 2025 for you, pile number 2, feels very spiritual in the sense of like there's going to be a lot of spiritual things happening. There's going to be a spiritual awakening that I think you have already been going through that is going to take you to the next level in 2025. I will also say with the owl here, Lakshmi, the goddess could be very prominent for you in 2025. That could be a goddess that you work with in 2025. But the divine feminine is absolutely here for my pile number 2s in 2025. There is this energy of receptivity. There is this energy of you appreciating who you are. And for those of you, especially for those of you that have struggled with self-love and seeing the beauty, not only the physical beauty, but just the beauty in general that you bring into the world, I feel like 2025 is going to give you an opportunity to really learn to appreciate yourself, and that you will be in 2025 able to really appreciate yourself for who you are, what you bring, and the understanding that I am love, I deserve love, and just by me being here, I deserve the best. But 2025 is also going to bring in abundance in quite the physical sense, right? In monetary abundance. I do feel like that is going to be part of your experience in 2025. For some of you, this is going to be very, very specific, so only take it if it resonates. 2025 could be a year where like you change your appearance in some way in order to become more comfortable with your true essence and with who it is that you are and how you want to be seen. So that could be like maybe you change the way that you dress, maybe you dye your hair, maybe you someone may be getting a tattoo, it could be a piercing. There's something about I am going to embrace the authenticity of who I am in the way that I show up in my appearance. For someone here, it really is going to be like clothing, hair, just the way that you appear, the way that you show up, the way that you express your style and express your sense of self. And 2025 is really going to be a year for my pile number twos where there is a lot of wisdom that you have learned and that you are going to be putting into practice. There is a sense of just like, I've gained so much experience and so much understanding throughout the years, where in 2025, I feel more comfortable just making choices and putting those lessons, and for some of you, they have been very difficult lessons, into practice. So I am going to trust myself, I am going to trust the process, and I am going to really lean into my own wisdom and lean into what I know is true for me. Now, there's a magical sense for 2025 for my pile number twos. Like something feels just magical. And it could just be that you are flowing and that things feel a little bit easier than they have previously. And it could also be that you have way more spiritual assistance, because I do think 2025 for my pile number twos, you're going to have way more like spiritual guidance, like your higher self just feels way more available to you in a way, like it just feels like things are more in tune. And one thing I'm going to say for some of you, take it if it resonates, 2025 is a year where there is a partnership here. Now, for some of you, this is going to be like a spirit guide. This is going to be a deity, an ascended master, whatever you want to call it. This is the universe itself, your higher self. For others of you, there is a real life person that is either already in your life or very soon coming into your life that will be very supportive and is going to be kind of somebody that you can lean into and someone that you can have a very healthy connection with. For some of you, there could be like a mentor coming in, but for others of you, this could be like a friend, or it could be platonic or not. It could be like more of a romantic thing. But there really is this energy of somebody coming in and there being someone that enters your life that not only helps you, but that they are going to be around for a very long time. And part of the reason that this is manifesting for you, pile number two, at the time that it's manifesting for you, is because of the work that you've done. It's because of you being grounded in your sense of self and understanding yourself at a deeper level. You are creating space for that to continue to thrive, or for that connection to come in for the first time. 2025, I do feel for my pile numbers twos, you're going to be a little like way more charismatic, in the sense of like you are feeling more confident and you're able to work a room almost. I don't know why that's coming through. That may resonate for a few of you, not all of you, but it's like you're really learning to I just keep hearing work the room, like work the space that you're in, and really connect with others. So I do feel connections are going to be very important in 2025 for you. And for some of you, there may be some healing in some specific relationships coming in 2025 as well. I'm seeing that in these cards for your energy in 2025. But Let me see if I'm missing anything else that wants to come through. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's look at the lessons that you are taking into 2025. So what are the lessons that you are taking into 2025? Page of Pentacles. Some of you have had to learn patience. 9 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Okay. And then we have 10 of Wands. Whew. Okay. Yeah. Pile number 2. It has not been easy to get to this point in time, has it? 2024. Some of you, 2022 and 2023 as well, have been probably difficult years. You've been through some stuff. There's definitely some stuff here. Going into 2025, you have learned, first of all, some of you have experienced a level of loss, loneliness, disappointment. And for some of you, this could actually be a relationship that ended. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be like a friendship. It could be I had to set boundaries with a family member. But for some of you, you have experienced in the last year or so some sort of loss that has left you really hurt, that caused a lot of pain. And I do think for some of you, even if what you lost was not a relationship, because this could also be like just losing maybe a job, a career, just an idea, whatever it was. There is a level of loss. There's a level of disappointment that has been lived through here, regardless of how that shows up in your life or how that, how that unfolded in your life. And part of what you have learned for 2025 is how to open up again. Because I do think pile number 2, you went through this level of loss and it caused you to shut down. It caused you to close off, and it caused you to almost like go within yourself and have to protect yourself. And I think that it caused a level of fear of opening up and a level of fear of allowing other people in or just allowing yourself to take a chance. And part of what you are learning and part of what you have learned for 2025 is that you are worth taking a chance, that you have learned your lessons, that you have experienced loss, but that not every single thing is lost, that there is still possibility, that there are still opportunities. And I think for many of you, there's been a realization that not only are those things possible, but those are things that you do want to experience. And going into 2025, a big lesson that you have learned is, what am I willing to carry and what do I need to put down? What am I willing to take on and what have I been carrying that is just holding me back, that is not meant for me any longer? Because we have this 10 of Wands here, and the 10 of Wands is the card of burdens, responsibilities. It's the card of having to carry, right? Having to take on and taking on too much, and having the opportunity to free yourself from the things that you have taken on. And going into 2025, you are releasing a lot of burdens. You are releasing a lot of responsibilities that you have realized are no longer meant for you. And I think that you are looking forward to a successful outcome, and you are realizing what it is that you want to prioritize. And instead of looking at things from a place of, this is what I don't want, I think that 2025, you have the opportunity to say, this is what I do want. This is what I want to welcome more in. And you have been moving through a dark night of the soul, right? That's coming through super clear here. For many of you, 2023 was 2023, even 2024. And I keep saying 2023 for this group, even though we are in 2024 and this is a 2025 reading, was a year of putting down things it was a year of the dark night of the soul. It was a year of going through some not so pleasant experiences in order to make space for new ones. And that has helped you open yourself up. That and there is a level of caution here. I mean, we have the owl and we have the fox. There is a level of caution here. But there's also a lot of possibility here and a lot of optimism here. Let's take a look at your biggest blessing coming in 2025. Let's see what this is, because I'm very curious. All right, we have the High Priestess. I did say that. This is going to be like 2025 for my pile number 2s is a very spiritual, like you are spiritually connected. Drop that one moment. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Hierophant. Okay, so 2025. This is going to be a year where the biggest blessing for my pile number 2s happens internally. And what happens is it starts to flourish out, because as within, so without, as above, so below, right? When the internal changes are happening, when things are shifting internally, the exterior is going to match that energy. The exterior is going to catch up. The experiences are going to catch up. For my pile number 2s, 2025 is a year where you make so much progress, but a lot of this progress is happening within yourself. That's not to say that you're not, that you're not manifesting something externally or tangibly, because that is going to happen. But the biggest blessing is the changes that are happening within you. Because a lot of your beliefs have already been challenged. And a lot of your beliefs will continue to be challenged in the best way possible. What you are looking at for 2025 is, in which ways am I holding myself back? In which ways am I self-sabotaging? In which ways am I holding on to the past and my past beliefs? And there is so much, just so much transformation of realizations of like, this triggers me because of this reason. I have outgrown this. This belief comes from this situation, this person. This self-talk comes from this. There is a lot of growth and a lot of breaking free from the old in order to establish the new. But the way that you are establishing the new is by connecting to your beliefs, to your ideas, and to what no longer works, and releasing that and bringing in new ideas. Because for this group, your internal world, what you are, and I think that you've known this, right? Like you've understood this, but what you are truly like, you're realizing it to a different level, is that your internal beliefs have been coloring your external world. So the things that I believe, the things that I expect, that's what's been showing up in my external world. So if I don't believe that I'm lovable, if I don't believe I'm going to be successful, if I believe I have to work extra hard, if I believe I have to carry everybody else's burdens, if I believe I am responsible for how people treat me, then I allow certain things. Then I welcome in certain energies. 2025, you are understanding at a deep, deep level, this belief is what leads me to accept this. This is the connection between this. This is why these two things keep happening. This is what happens, or what happens as a result of when I do this or don't do this. So the universe is transforming you from the inside out. And 2025, you are going to be feeling more comfortable feeling your feelings. So I think for some of you, pile number 2, you could be someone where it's like you can rationalize why you feel certain ways or why you have to deal with certain things, but sitting in the emotions can be so uncomfortable. That is also going to become easier with the transformations that are going to be happening. And I will say another thing that's going to happen is that your manifestation timeline, so the timeline from you trying to manifest something to the point where you actually are able to manifest it, is going to become a lot faster, because you're going to be more in alignment with your thoughts and your actions. So it's like there's clarity coming in, and you're going to be able to align what you think, what you feel, and what you do. And that's going to make life so much easier. And it's going to make manifesting so much easier. And I will say April to June, you're going to be seeing major changes in your day-to-day life. Let's take a look at how can you meet the universe halfway. So by this, I mean, what do you need to do to help this along? The Lovers. I love that card. Judgment. And then we have the Two of Swords. So pile number 2. What can you do to help the universe along? What can you do to kind of reach out and say, I'm going to grab my blessings? First things first, make choices. Allow yourself to make the choices. Allow yourself to decide based on your heart's desires. Allow yourself to show up and say, this is what I want, so I am going to allow myself to experience this, and I choose this. Focus on what you want. Choose what you want. Do the meditations. Do the healing work. Do the journaling. For some of you, I'm seeing writing, journaling. For me, that's journaling. For some of you, if you see a professional, go to the therapist. Talk it out. Get deep in those beliefs and take chances. Make those choices. You have the Lovers here and the Two of Swords. And the Lovers is a card that can be about soulmates. The Lovers is about so much more than that. The Lovers is also about making the choice, right? Because when the Fool is on his journey and he runs across the Lovers, he has 2 options. One is he continues on his way. The second one is he engages with his soulmate and he experiences love for the first time. The Lovers itself, yes, it's the soulmate. Ultimately, it's about the choice. The choice to embrace what we love and what we want to experience. So this is saying, in order to meet the universe halfway, open your heart, feel the feelings, make the choices. And if you struggle, because I do see this Two of Swords here, right? If you struggle with analysis paralysis, if you struggle with, I don't want to make the wrong choice, give yourself the opportunity to learn to trust yourself. And how do you do that? How do you trust yourself more? By making the choices, by taking the chances, by saying, I am going to choose this because this is what I want to experience right now. And if it's not the right choice, I can always pick something else. I can always do something differently. I can always course correct. 2025 for this group is going to be very, very spiritual. And I'm also going to say, for those of you that are open to romance, that are open to friendship, even if it's platonic, open your heart. Because as you open your heart, as you welcome these things in, as you become more vulnerable, as you open yourself up to experiences, there's a soulmate coming in. There's at least one soulmate for this group coming in for, I would say, most of you, if not all of you. But you have to open your heart to allow it in. You have to learn how to trust yourself, and you have to be open to deep, meaningful connection. And for some of you, this could be a friend that's coming in, as I said, a mentor earlier. For some of you, and I think for most of you, this could be a romantic relationship, especially for those of you that are single and currently looking or currently open to that possibility. And another thing is, have boundaries. And for you, pile number 2, it's going to be about finding the balance between I have boundaries, but I'm not rigid. I'm flexible, but I still have my boundaries. And let go. Truly release anything and anyone that is not in alignment with what you know you deserve and what you know you want. All right, let's talk about what needs to be surrendered in 2025. First, we have, yep. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. For pile number 2, last week I did a reading, which was 2025, Who is Coming Your Way, Love and Relationships. You might want to check that out, especially if you are seeking and you haven't seen it. That could be a good one for you. But I also want to highlight, you can have a fear of intimacy with yourself as well. There can be a really real experience of, I am afraid to be vulnerable with myself. I am afraid to truly get to know myself. And I think that you've already been doing this work, but you are doing this work at an even deeper level. So in all areas, not only with other people, but when it comes to yourself as well, letting go of that fear of intimacy, working and allowing yourself to let love in. Because it's one thing to say, I want love, I want relationships, I want friendship. But when that person shows up, are you able to be vulnerable and let them in, even though there's a chance that you may get hurt? Let's see what else we have here. We have surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. And that's part of the choice, right? We talked about it. Choose joy. Choose lightheartedness. Choose what you want to experience more of. Choose adventure. Choose yourself. Choose to love yourself and to do what's right for you. Then we have surrender to your full power. Your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Sacral and solar plexus, very important for this group in 2025. So working with your sacral and solar plexus chakras coming through. But also really dive into, what does it mean to stand in your power? In which areas are you playing it small? In which areas are you not allowing yourself to be seen? And again, for many of you, you've already either started the work or you're halfway done or pretty much done with this work. And 2025 is you seeing the results and you kind of stepping deeper into this. Someone here has an elephant as a spirit animal. That's coming through very clearly. Take that if it resonates. If it was something that you needed extra confirmation on, that is your confirmation. Let's take a look at self-care. 2025 self-care. What do you need to know? Connect with your womb. So for those of you that have a womb, that is, connecting with your womb. But this is also about connecting to your core, connecting to your creative side, connecting to your truth, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. For this group, I said that with the owl, Lakshmi coming through as the goddess, but also the divine feminine, Mother Earth, Gaia, very prominent here. The divine feminine, very prominent for this group in 2025. Let's see what else we have here. Sound healing. So sound healing, nature sounds. It could be singing bowls, music, anything that really makes you feel good, that makes you feel at peace, could be very helpful for some of you. Dancing could be very helpful in 2025. Okay. I don't know if I can show this because YouTube is being picky. Hold on. Let me grab we're going to grab the snake. So this is the card. I'm going to show it really quickly, but I'm going to put that there and I'm going to kind of block that. So pile number 2. 2025, there's going to be a lot of relationship healing. For many of you, what you're going to be manifesting is a new partner. What you are going to be manifesting is more love, more pleasure. It's going to be more equal partnership, especially in the romantic sense, for those of you that are open to that. And I think that 2025 is also going to be about really deeply connecting with the people that you love, especially with the fox there. Because the fox can absolutely be about trusted companionship, trusted partnerships. But that's coming through very strongly. And then we have read. Yeah, do something that you enjoy. So doing things that you enjoy, very, very important for my pile number 2s in 2025. And also being physically connected to your body and your body's needs. That is what I'm going to say because YouTube can be very picky, but you know what I mean. Let's see what your keywords are for 2025. So these are like affirmations, your keywords, your words of the year, if you will. Let's see what we have. Pile number 2. You're going to be, listen, some of you are going to just be having the most passionate year. And for some of you, that absolutely involves a partner. For others of you, this is about you seeking and finding what brings you pleasure. Not only in that physical sense that we have there, but in every sense of the word, and doing more of that. My life is deliciously joyous. Then we have faith. My life is divinely guided. And again, this is going to be a year where absolutely that is the case. Let's do that. Okay. That feels better. I will keep the snake out for you guys. All right, then let's see what else we have. Grace. I graciously accept the infinite love of the universe. And offer yourself grace as well. And then we have voyage. I am safe and loved no matter where I am. For some of you, there's a lot of change, a lot of transformation. Just going to put that there. Okay, sorry. YouTube is just very picky about what I say and what I show. So that's what that is. But any of these words could be your word for the year. These are also like affirmations that you can use, things that you can set up as almost like little goals, if you will. But there is a lot of just faith is going to be a big part, and transformation, growth, and pleasure. Whatever that means for you in whatever way you want to explore that. Let's see what else we have here. Then we have nourish your body with high vibing energy. And what does that mean for each of you is going to be different. But basically, the way I like to talk about this is if you drink something and it makes you feel like crap, or if you eat something, or if you watch something, whatever you consume, if it's making you feel like crap, if it's making you feel bad about yourself, we're not doing that, right? You're not doing any more of that. Now, if you consume something, drink it, eat it, watch it, listen to whatever you're doing, and it's making you feel good, it's giving you more energy, do more of that. If it's depleting you, we're releasing it. If it's energizing you, do more of it. Embrace it. That's the energy here. For some of you, again, there's something about your appearance that's coming in here. Some of you could be changing your diet or the way that you eat in 2025. And if you are, it's going to make you feel better. For those of you that struggle with like maybe health stuff, where you don't always feel your best, you may find something that works for you. And it could be through like diet. Let's see what else we have here. Treat yourself to something beautiful today. So pile number 2, having flowers at your altar, if you have an altar, could be very helpful for 2025. Or just having like plants if you are like, into plants and all of that stuff. Having plants around the house can be very helpful. I'm seeing flowers, daisies, lilies, obviously roses, sunflowers. So having flowers can be very helpful. And then we have the last card here. This is going to be kind of like your spell card, if you will, for 2025. And this is going to be just something that you are going to be manifesting, something that you can use almost like a spell as an incantation. Let's see what we have here for you. Ooh, energy. Okay, I love this. A light inside my fire divine. Energy fill me, make me shine. And that's the thing, pile number 2. You are going to be shining from the inside out. And I do think for many of you, what you're going to find is 2025, you're going to figure out, it's like you're hacking your own system, like your body, your mental health, your emotional health, and you're figuring out, this is what makes me feel good. And this is what I need to do to feel good. Or even this is what is making me feel just terrible. And this is what I need to avoid if I want to feel good. But overall, pile number 2, I really think 2025 is going to be a year of progress. It's going to be a very good year for you. And again, I feel like you are already aware of this energy. But that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Claim this. Claim this in the comments. Pile number 2, I am full of energy in 2025. Claim it in the comments, just because that's what's coming in for you. It's a change of energy. It's a change of pace. Also, let me know what you'd like to see in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Mythos Magician card, and this is with Goddess Hecate on it. I am going to place this right over here. As a reminder, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know your self best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, I did do a reading breakdown for this reading, so exactly what you can expect. It is at the beginning, time-stamped below. I highly suggest you check that out. That way you know if this is going to cover what you want to know. So we are going to start by looking at your energy in 2025. So this is going to be like your best self. You're living your best life in 2025. If this doesn't sound like you, if this doesn't sound like something that, if it doesn't sound like your reality, like who you are, pick a different pile. Or if that doesn't sound like you, it just could be that there's no message for you in this reading, which is also okay. Ew, we have the peacock. Okay. The raccoon. Listen, the raccoon is my absolute favorite animal in the world. So, like, pile number 3, you're kind of my favorite right now. We have the wish, and we have motivate. Okay. So, let's talk about your energy, what your experience of 2025 is going to be. I want to start with the peacock. And actually, before I start, I always almost forget this part, but I do know a lot of you enjoy when I give these signs that I'm seeing. The peacock is air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The raccoon is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I would say the wish card being more earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and motivates is air energy to me. It could be earth as well, but Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we have a lot of air, a lot of earth in this reading. Obviously, those don't have to be your signs or your major 3 in order for this to resonate. Just take it as extra confirmation. But let's talk about this because we have the peacock here. And the peacock is all about confidence. And it's also about compassion, but when I think of the peacock, I personally think of confidence, because if there's one animal that says, look at me and look at me in all my glory, it is the peacock. So 2025, but you also have the raccoon here, and the raccoon is really, again, it's my favorite animal, but it's a very resourceful animal. Let's put it that way. 2025 for you, pile number 3, it's like, this is my year. And I almost wonder if you're going into 2025 with the energy of 2025 is my year. This is, I'm living my best life, and I'm going in. I'm going in with goals. I am going in with aspirations. I am going in with a clear view of what it is that I want. I would say for my pile number 3s, you probably have an idea of exactly what it is that you want to manifest, exactly what it is that you want your 2025 to look like. Like, you have the blueprint, you have the action plan. You could be my type A. I have a planner. I'm just going to make it happen. And with the peacock being here, there's a lot of confidence, right? There's also a lot of beauty when I see the peacock. And there's something about, look at me. There's something about, I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready to take the spotlight. And I almost wonder for my pile number 3s if 2025 is the year where something pans out for you. Because this motivate card is actually a star. And you have a wish. There's a wish that is fulfilled for you in 2025. There's something that is coming together for you in 2025. This is giving star energy. This is giving, I am standing out from the crowd. I am being recognized. I'm getting exactly what it is that I desire. Everything that I've wished for is coming true. And don't get me wrong, pile number 3, it's not because it's just being given to you, you've earned it. But pile number 3, 2025 is the year where you break free from certain difficulties. Like, I'm seeing something that you're breaking free from. And this is where I think the raccoon is going to come into play. One thing about you, pile number 3, you're very talented. And I would not be surprised if you have multiple things that you are currently having your hands in. Let's put it that way. Or certain projects. Like, maybe you're the type of person where you are very creative and you have, like, you know, I want to be on social media and I want to be a content creator, but I'm also doing something completely different. And it's many different things. It's like a lot of different areas where you are investing energy in. And there's a lot of tenacity here as well. There's a lot of skills. There's a lot of tenacity. There is a lot of just talent, a lot of potential. And 2025 is the year where you get to meet your full potential. 2025 is the year where you get to be seen and recognized for everything that you bring to the table. And I think for many of you, this is going to happen in some sort of like public arena, whether it's, again, I'm a content creator, whether it's in your career, in your job. It could be like around like the people that know you and love you are finally noticing certain aspects about you. But this feels bigger than that. This feels bigger than just like my friends and family are seeing me for who I am and for my talents. It feels way bigger than that. Somebody here could be like discovered. Somebody, if you're like an actress, actor, it could be that you finally get your big break. If you are like, maybe you make films. I don't know why I'm getting like the Hollywood aspect of it. It's like a big break. If you are a content creator, it's like something happens and your work just takes off. You are recognized, somebody comes in and really sees you and they want to help you or they want to invest in you, but you are also investing in yourself. And what's happening here is that you're also overcoming fears in 2025 that are allowing you to step into the spotlight. So where previously you may have been extra hard on yourself and not really held space for you yourself to shine and grow, you are now allowing yourself, and for some of you there is discomfort here, but you're pushing past the discomfort to allow yourself to be seen, to allow yourself to grow, and to allow other people to recognize your creativity. And you're growing into something more, and you're going to have a lot of energy available to you in 2025 to make these things happen. And the competition has nothing on you. Pile number 3, there is a level of competition. They have nothing on you. You are being recognized. You are being seen. You are standing out. Again, some of you could be actors, musicians, content creators. There's something very creative about this group. And you're not afraid of hard work. And you're not going to step away from your hard work. You are embracing the hard work. You are embracing whatever it is that you need to do to get to where you want to be. This is a group where your throat chakra, your root chakra, are going to be very much activated in 2025. And that's why for some of you, like I'm getting actor, actress, singer. There's something that you do, something that you share. There's success here. Very successful 2025 for my pile number 3s. You're standing out, you're being seen, you're being recognized, you are being rewarded. 2025 could very well be the year where there's a lucky break for you, where it's like you finally get your break. And for many of you, you've been working at this, you've been investing in this for a while now. Someone could be a designer. Graphic design. This could be clothing. I'm seeing like actual clothes being designed. Somebody here could, you could stage homes, like real estate type of stuff. Interior designer, actor, actress, musician, writer, screenwriter, director. There's a lot here. For some of you, it could be something spiritual that you do. Maybe you make YouTube videos, or maybe you share content somewhere. Something is taking off. You are being recognized. And for those of you where it's like, well, I just work I work my career. I don't have anything on the side. There's recognition. But this is something that you've been wishing for. This is something that you've been desiring. And this is something that you've been working towards. Let's take a look. Pile number 3. What lessons are you taking into 2025? King of Pentacles. Yeah, like you're going in. Whew, the sun. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. The Emperor. Wow. There's a lot of divine masculine energy in this group. There is a lot of, look at me, I'm showing up, I'm not afraid to be seen. There's a lot of confidence here with the peacock. You're being seen. You're being recognized. This is like 6 of Wands energy. But going into 2025, you've learned a lot about yourself. And you've learned a lot about, like, you are going into 2025 feeling confident. You are going into 2025 knowing what you are worth. You have, I said this for this group, there is a very clear picture of who I am, what I want, and what I deserve. And what I bring to the table. And pile number 3, what you bring to the table, not many people bring that to the table. Not many people have the talent that you have. Not many people have the drive that you have. Because there's a combination here of talent and drive. There is a hunger here. And I think that you've already reached a level of success. And 2025 is going to open even more doors for you. 2025 is going to bring more recognition your way. 2025, you are setting your foundations, and I think you've already started. But in 2025, you are building on those foundations. It's like leading up to 2025, you had some level of foundation. Now you can build. This is like a Monopoly game where now I'm turning these houses into hotels. And I am going to continue to grow and build and expand. And you're not taking any less than what you deserve. You are not being breadcrumbed in 2025. Because the lessons that you are taking in is that you know who you are. And you know that not everybody brings what you bring. Not everybody has the talent that you have. And again, it's not even about just the talent. It's the talent and the drive. And I have to say, pile number 3, you did your work, because this wasn't like I woke up and you have built your skill set. You have built up from experience, from lived experiences. There's something very creative about you. It's like for some of you, you bring in results. Like you have already established yourself to the point where you bring in results, and you know that. Like you're not taking the job, you're not applying for the job, you're not trying out for that thing, not knowing. You know that you are going to bring in results. You know that you got what other people want and need. Whether that is, I have a message that I know is needed at this time. Whether that is, I know how to, I've mastered my skill set, so I know how to really, truly share these parts of me. But you know what you bring to the table. And you know that you know how to get the results. I wonder if for some of you, you do work with Hecate as your goddess. Even though I am getting a lot of masculine energy in this group. And when I say masculine, I don't mean that you would identify as a male. I mean divine masculine as in like action-based. You could be working with like a god type of deity. But there are some goddesses that can also really operate from more of the action-based energies, if you will. But let's take a look here at what your biggest blessing coming through in 2025 is. You have the 9 of Pentacles twice. There is money, success, recognition, personal achievements, money, 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 money. Pile number 3. 2 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. The Star. What did I say? What did I say? Some of you, you're going to shine. Your star is finally going to shine bright. Again, if you are like actress, actor, musician, it's like you're being discovered. I actually don't care what you are. There's a level of being discovered, of recognition, of hitting the next level. Like whatever level of success you've had, 2025 is doubling it. It's bringing even more. The biggest blessing 2025 is going to bring is clarity. Your hard work has paid off. It's going to clear the path. Blockages are being removed out of your way. Blockages are being cleared away from your life. The path forward is being cleared. Some of you working with Hecate could be a great deity to work with. It could be a dark goddess. It could also be like Helios. It could be, I'm seeing Pan for some reason. It could be, those are the 2 I'm getting, Helios and Pan. Ganesha. But your biggest blessing in 2025 is you are becoming the star. Is you are being recognized, you are being seen, you are standing out, your hard work is paying off. And this is, don't get, like, I am saying this for my pile number 3s. This comes with a level of financial abundance. This could even be, I'm graduating and my graduation is leading me to the job that I want. This could be a promotion. This could be a change in career. This could be a change of job. This could be, quite frankly, recognition of like being discovered. I'm singing somewhere, somebody discovers me. I've been sending in my tapes. I don't even know if that's how it's done anymore. That's how. Listen, pile number 3. Don't judge my age. I know nothing about the music industry, but I'm sending in my work somewhere. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's, maybe I'm auditioning for a role. You're being discovered. And for some of you, this is not even being discovered. This is, I'm reaching a new level. I've had success to some degree, but I'm breaking the ceiling. I'm reaching a new level of success. This is a long time coming. With the 7 of Pentacles being here, pile number 3, this is a long time coming. You have been investing into this for a very long time. Maybe that agent is going to call you. Maybe that song is going to go viral. Maybe that video. Again, for some of you, a promotion. For others of you, changing your career. For others of you, being done with school and getting a job. Or getting the dream job. There's something that's going to put you in the spotlight to the point where you could not see this before. You could not predict the level of this. You've been working towards it. You've been confident. You've been working on your skill set. You've been growing. You've been evolving, expanding. But there's a level of this that you maybe saw coming, but to the level that this is going to be, it's going to shock you. You are going to be shook. Pile number 3. And I don't care what this is. This comes with money. You got the 9 of Pentacles twice. This comes with financial abundance. And I got that from the beginning. I said that. There's money here. There's financial abundance here for this group. If you've been struggling financially, 2025, that's not going to be the case. Now, one thing I will say for my pile number 3s is make sure that you plan ahead, because I think that what's going to happen for you is going to be so fast that you may feel a bit overwhelmed. And it's important to keep in mind, well, how do I want to use this energy? How do I want to invest this money? So being careful and kind of slowing down and really checking in with yourself, because it's going to be very fast. It almost feels like overnight success, but again, me and you both know you've been working at this for a while. Let's take a look at what can you do to meet the universe halfway. So this is the blessing. How can I help the universe out? How can I help myself out? What do I need to do? 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. There's change here. And 9 of Cups. You are right at the precipice of this. There's so much 9 energy for this group. You're like right there. Like you can't see it, but like this is the goal. This is the what you want. This is the thing. And you're like right here, but you can't quite see it. You're blinded. You can't see it. You know you're working towards it. You know you're not going to give up. But like you're just like one video away, one audition away, one application away, one call away. Like whatever it is, you're just so close to it. But let's talk about practically, what can you do? With the 7 of Cups being here, 2 messages are coming through. First and foremost, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to try things in a slightly different way, especially if it's for something that is aligned to what it is that you want to manifest. Use your imagination as a tool. Use your imagination to help you try different things. Because I almost feel like there's something that you do, like whether it's like I have an idea and I do content creation and I'm going to do something slightly different and that's what clicks. Or I have an idea, maybe I'm going to try for a different type of role, or maybe I'm going to go play at this, I don't know, whatever it is that you do, slightly different. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try different things. Don't be afraid to explore a little bit and allow your imagination to kind of really get you going on in a different way on the path that you've been on, because I do think you're on the right path. There is also a message here that you have options, that you have so many options, but also be careful with spreading yourself too thin at this time. The Wheel of Fortune is saying there's a level of fate to this. And this is very interesting because this is the only pile I've gotten this with of like, it's not so much what you're going to do. There's a level of fate to this. There's a level of it's just going to, it's divine timing. It just has to unfold the way that it's going to. And again, with that 7 of Pentacles, it's already being rooted. It's already being worked on. It's being worked on behind the scenes for you. What this is saying is keep your eye on your dreams. Remain grateful. Remain open. Don't be rigid. Don't be like set in your ways. Don't be afraid to try new things or try things in a different way. But overall, pile number 3, there's a level to this that is really divine timing, that you don't really have to do too much because it's already happening. The wheels are already in motion. This is already unfolding and it's already coming together. Your job is to remain open. Use your imagination, use your talents. Whatever you do not give up. Keep dreaming big and keep choosing to go after your dreams. Keep choosing yourself. Especially with this 9 of Cups being here, and find, again, gratitude. I am so grateful for where I'm at. I'm grateful for the process. I know this is coming. Trust in your vision. Trust in yourself. Trust that this is already granted and that it will show up. This is a group where it's really like just feel into it as if it's already happened, because it is happening for you. Because you've already done the work. And enjoy the ride. Really, really enjoy the ride, pile number 3. Like, have fun with the process. This is amazing. I want to see what needs to be surrendered. So we're going to look at what needs to be surrendered in 2025. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Yeah. And if sometimes you grow frustrated, that's completely normal. Pile number 3. Give yourself a break. Take a step back and then come back to it. And I think a big thing to remember for my pile number 3s is you can only do but so much. You can only do but so much, and when you've done everything that you can do, instead of getting frustrated, focus on something else or have fun or take a little break from it. Because the frustration is not going to lead you anywhere. Again, this is already a wish that has been granted. It's just coming together. Then we have surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Focus on the creativity. Third eye as well, very important for this group. Focus on the vision. Have fun. Don't overanalyze it. Don't overthink it. Don't overwork yourself. Don't try to force it. If you find yourself in those energies, get out of your head. Go back into your body. Do something. Channel that energy in a way that is useful to you. In a way that's useful to what it is that you're trying to manifest. Then we have surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Pile number 3. This is what I will say about that, about this whole reading, is you've done so much. And for some of you, I'm seeing citrine as a stone to work with, also pyrite. But some of you could have been born in November. Did you just have a birthday, Sag? I don't know why, because I see air and earth energy, but I just got like Sagittarius November being important. I don't know why. Take that if it resonates. Pile number 3. Here's the thing. You've done so much. This isn't saying give up and don't do anything else at all. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you need to do. But don't feel like you have to force this. For this group, surrender is so important. For this group, balance is really important. I am going to do what's in my power. I've done the thing. Now I'm going to release it. I am going to focus on all of the blessings that are coming in for me. I am going to focus on the greatness that's coming into me. And I'm not going to worry about this. I'm not going to give this I'm not going to overanalyze this. I'm not going to put anxiety into this. And I know that's easier said than done. But for you, it's really about do what you can, do what you have to do. And once you do it, take a step back and do something else. Do something fun. Do something that connects you to your body and to the present moment, because this is already working itself out. Some of you, it's going to be a call that you get. All right, let's see what self-care is needed in 2025. Family, so spending time with loved ones. It could be family, friends, anyone that you love. Really leaning into the people that you love. And especially for those of you where you are getting like a big break, or there's like a lot of money coming in or big changes, really leaning into the people that you love and trust can be so helpful and so powerful. Then we have look for fairies. This is imagination. Look for fairies is using your imagination, connecting to your inner child, connecting to that like child magical archetype. Really coming in as important. Working with your third eye. Pile number 3. For those of you that are creatives, really doing things that are creative and allowing yourself to explore. Someone here may be writing like a book about fairies, or maybe writing like a fantasy novel. It could be a children's book. I'm also getting like if you're creating something, it could be like very fantasy like. somebody here singing a lullaby. I'm hearing a lullaby. I don't know what that means. Take that if it resonates. But look for fairies is, again, imagination, third eye. And then we have make an altar. So for those of you that have one, it may be time to update the altar. For those of you that don't, it could be time to create one where you can focus on what it is that you're manifesting and where you can go meditate, where you can go just ground yourself. And an altar doesn't have to be super complicated. You can have like a little spot on your desk. You can have a spot in your bedroom where you just create an altar, and you can, I think they sell like altars that you can like put away as well. If you don't have like a setup where you can always leave it out. But having like a safe space, especially for those of you that are very creative, having a space where you can go to create, where you can go to work on what it is that you're manifesting coming through as super helpful for 2025. And just a place where you can go and just reconnect to yourself and to your higher self and to the universe. Let's take a look at your keywords, your power words, if you will, for 2025. And these also can be affirmations that you use throughout 2025. Did we not just have, yeah, you had passion. All right, passion again with I passionately accept and love myself. Do more of what you are passionate about. Emerging, this is the energy. You are emerging. You are coming through and like growing and evolving. I am emerging into the light with joy and ease. Yeah, there's recognition here. There's success here. I love this for you, pile number 3. Joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and free. And choosing joy. While you wait and while things unfold, choose joy every single day. And fulfillment, joy abounds in all areas of my life. There's going to be fulfillment. You're reaching a goal. You are being recognized for something. What that is going to be different for different people, but there's recognition here. There's growth. It's going to be beautiful. I'm like so excited for this pile. Let's see what else we have. Stop judging and start loving. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Your bounty, your greatness, your moment is coming. And then we have believe in yourself, unleash your inner unicorn. And that's the energy, right? We have the peacock and the unicorn. You stand out. You bring something that not everyone has. You have this special energy to you that is what has brought you to this point, and it's what's going to earn you this recognition that's coming in for you. Embrace it. Lean into it. You don't have to hide what makes you magical. Those butterflies, transformation, a lot of transformation. I've seen the butterflies in other cards as well. For some of you, it's like the planets are aligning. Like there may be a very important transit. Some of you could have like a grand trine or a yod in your natal chart. But pile number 3, let's take a look at this card. This is going to tell us it's kind of like a spell card. So this could be something that you use to create or what it is that's coming in for you. More details on what it is that's coming in. Confidence, by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Pile number 3, you are going to be seen. You are going to be successful. I cannot wait to hear about what exactly is going on for you, pile number 3, in 2025, because there is so much success here. And for a lot of you, this is going to come with money. This is going to come with stability, security. This is going to come with recognition. It's going to bring change into your life. I will say that, but it's going to be change for the better. Pile number 3. That is what I have for you. I hope this is helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the things YouTube enjoys and all the things that would help me out so much. Leave a comment below, claim this reading if you enjoy it, if you want to claim it. I am successful for my pile number 3s. Let me know what else you'd like to see next in the comments below. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.